Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Carrie, and this is my husband, Dale. We are the creators of Park Seeds app from Seed to Spoon. We started gardening back 10 years ago now, which is a long time ago. And we started when we knew absolutely nothing. We were right where so many of you are right now. And yeah, along the way we had to, we turned our entire backyard here. So this is just our backyard here in zone 7. We're in Oklahoma, and we turned our entire backyard over to a bunch of gardens and food and flowers and herbs and all of that. And it was a lot of fun. We absolutely loved it. Of course, you can tell how much we loved it. But it was a lot of work and a lot to learn, really, like because we didn't know anything going into it. So, and we were like, I really wish that there was an app for that. So that's where Seed to Spoon was born, was from our need for it. So yeah, it's kind of, kind of fun. It's been a fun journey.
Yeah, so we do these live streams every Tuesday, and it's Thursday now because we were sick on Tuesday, so we didn't get to do it on Tuesday. So now it's Thursday we're doing it. So glad of happy to see a lot of y'all have made it over to Thursday instead of a Tuesday. Sorry to switch it up on you, but it was rough around here on Tuesday. So
Yeah.
we're feeling better, excited to talk about gardening. It's snow all around us, so not a lot
Yeah,
of
I
gardening.
don't know if you can see the snow behind me, but yeah, all of this is snow. It's beautiful out there. I love it. The kids love it.
But thankfully, we had our sunroom going, so we still had plenty of food coming out of it. So that's been pretty awesome. I've really loved having our indoor growing area this year. That's been a big difference for us. Whereas in the past, we really relied on growing outside more. This was the first year that we took. It really started like late last year, but this winter is really when we felt it pay off. So we've had a ton of
Oh yeah.
spinach leaves, and we've been doing a lot of like wraps with spinach leaves as tortilla replacements. So a lot of like just quick lunches where we just make up a bunch of ground beef and some taco seasoning, and then throw that inside of like a leaf with some tomatoes and some onions and stuff. So it's been awesome. It's been awesome having all this stuff coming out of the garden. So hopefully you guys are able to garden somewhere you are right now. Hopefully, we can inspire you to think about gardening inside a little bit. Look behind Carrie's shoulder. She's got a little tomato over there
Yep, I have
going.
a tomato growing right here. I was just harvesting. I actually just posted a video yesterday on our Instagram of me harvesting with the snow in the background. I thought it was funny. I was like, here I am harvesting tomatoes in the middle of winter. There's snow in the ground. And yeah, it was funny. I was like, yeah, this is great.
I'm so excited about that basil that you can kind of barely see behind you, though.
Yeah, it's like right here. I
So
just
just
moved it
a lot
up.
you can grow indoors. But we're going to talk today about how to plan your garden for outdoors or for indoors. You can do indoor planning with the methods we're going to talk about, but basically how to plan your garden and how to use our app to plan. So Carrie logs everything we do in every garden into the app, and she's going to show our garden and show how we're organizing it and how we're going to be planning and doing all that type of stuff. As always, if you have questions, please drop them into the chat. That will enter you to win a free 1 year premium app subscription, which gets you free shipping on all of your orders through Park Seed. It gets you unlimited plants and gardens and full access of everything in the app, including unlimited questions with Growbot, where you can send it pictures of plants or pests or anything else going on in your garden and get help with it. So, going to give away a subscription as well as a pack of seeds to someone today watching the live stream right now. Just leave a comment, and you'll be entered to win. And then at the end, we will draw a winner.
And then last week we did a giveaway at for the people who weren't able to join us live that joined us after the fact and left in a comment. So I do want to pull up that winner real quick too, just so I can show that winner, and then we will announce the winner from today at the very end here. So this winner was from this comment here. Congratulations, Mary Lou White. So she was asking, is the app available in Chromebook, Google Play? So yeah, I do want to answer this. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna take a screenshot of that and pull it up. But congratulations, Mary Lou. Send me an email and I'll get you all hooked up. But to answer your question, let's see if I can. Yes, and I'm actually going to be working in it today because this right here is actually our web version of the app. This is app.seedtospoon.net. Let's see, there it is right there. And anybody can use this, and it will sync between your cell phone that you have or whatever device that you use and your desktop or iPad or tablet or whatever it is that you're using this on. Um, it'll all sync between as long as you are logged into your account. Even if you guys have premium, it will show up on the website too. Again, as long as you're logged in, it'll all sync between it. So that's super helpful. I know for me too, and I use this all the time. As you can see, I have it pulled up right now.
Yeah, it is nice to be able to have like my full keyboard and all my monitors and all that kind of stuff sometimes, especially if I'm entering a ton of data. So that's one like really cool use for it. And also, if it is on a Chromebook, you may have access to the Google Play Store, and we are in the Google Play Store as well. So you can find us in there, and obviously on iOS as well.
Yep. And I did see a few questions here pop up real quick to answer. Somebody was asking about the little tomato I had back here. Yes, this is in a 1 gallon smart pot, believe it or not. So like it's like super tiny smart pot. And then I have a little tray down below to catch any water that might come out of it. But it is like the perfect size for this little kitchen mini tomato from Park Seed. I love it. It's like one of my favorite things.
Yeah, we love these little 1 gallon smart pots. We use them all over the kitchen,
Yeah,
and
I
then
mean, as you can see, I'm actually growing this kitchen mini cucumber for the first time, and that's this little guy right here starting to grow, and then I have the basil growing in a 1 gallon too. This 1 gallon's purple. It's exciting. I love it.
there I went full, but it took like a
Well,
delay.
yeah, I know it's still like I can't. It's behind my shoulder.
Yeah, we'll do a video tour of our indoor setup, and we'll post it this weekend because I really
And
want to show what we got going in the sunroom. We're using a ton of these 1 gallon smart pots everywhere.
I see a lot of questions about planning, and I will show all of these things too. So, CJ was asking here, will it link for everyone or just iPhone users? So, if you are on Android or Apple, as long as you're logged into your account, um, it'll sync between you. So you don't have to have to just be on iPhone. Okay. Yes, thank you, Smart Pots, for calling that out. You can find Smart Pots directly in the app.
And you can get free shipping if you have 1 year membership as well.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So, oh, hey, while we're on the biodome, I do want to mention too, while I see this, there's an awesome deal going on right now. Today's the last day for the double biodome. Oh, what was the deal? Yeah, there it is. Thank you for pulling that up. It's $30 off right now. So if you guys haven't gotten your indoor seed starting area set up or you need to have more space, this is an awesome deal right here. I absolutely love these. I have a couple of these double ones myself, but I grow a lot in these single ones too. I have a couple going right now. They're amazing. They're super effortless, very easy to use, and I just always have success in them. So as I saw that my biodome logged into the app, and I was like, oh, I need to mention that to you guys real quick.
And last week we were talking about the biodome, and someone asked when the sale was going to be. So I was like, today is when the sale.
Today.
Yeah.
Woo! It's exciting. Okay. So let me go into here. So first of all, um, whenever you're planning out your garden, I don't know, here, you want to pull up a picture of our basic yard here. Here we go. So right here, you can kind of see the layout of this is our main garden area. So how I handle this right here, I have each garden bed is named like bed 1, 2, 3, 4 as I like go down the line here. But we've done really fun things in the past where we've like put like little ladybug, like those little metal things, like designs in each bed, and that's what we call it. We're like, this is the ladybug garden, and that's this. But I have that. So in the Seed to Spoon app, I have a bunch of different garden beds here. So I have bed 1, bed 2, 3, 4, 5. I do this because it's so much easier for me to be able to plan and keep track of it. But you can like come in here and make, let's see, I'll just name this our live stream garden because we are going to make a new one. Okay, let's go find it. I have a lot of them, as you can see. So you can make this up to 30 feet by 30 feet large. Now I mean, we had to cap it off somewhere, but if I know somebody was asking earlier if you could do your entire garden in one layout. So yes, technically you can. And if you're going to be doing your planning on the desktop, this is like you can definitely do that, and you can see your entire garden bed. And I've done this in the past where I have like I just show which ones my like my beds take up, like a 4x4 here, you know. Um, but how I tend to do it, because I tend to do most everything on my phone, is I break it up by bed 1, 2, 3, you know, and do that. But yeah, everybody has their own way of how they want to go about doing it. And then I did get a question about how to do a green stalk. We are still working on the best way to do it, but this is like how I have done it, because I tend to do like one of like everything in the top, like one of everything in each row. I just have it with each one here. So you can see I have the top is wizard lettuce, and then the next is the butterhead blend, and then the third row down is the tricolor. This is how I do it. Um, we're still working it out. So if you guys have ideas on how to do green stalks, because we grow in them a lot, let us know. Okay. And one thing I do want to mention whenever you're planning out your gardens, if you come into here, there are a whole bunch of growing guides in here. And say you want to grow like lettuce. You come into here, you'll have all the information that you need for growing lettuce. So it will show you what growing season, what temperatures, and all that. But I do want to focus in on this number per square too, because that's something that whenever we were planning our gardens, we like to pay attention to how much food we're going to be able to grow. And this number per square is like square foot gardening. So how much you can plant like in 1 square foot. So this lettuce leaf, the loose leaf lettuce, grows pretty small. So you can do a 16 per square, as long as you keep it trimmed up and you're always in there harvesting. And that'll help you whenever you are planning out your garden too. And a lot of these, like there's a height down here of how tall it gets too. So you can keep that in mind too as you're going through and planning out your garden. So you can make sure to not be shading out things next to it if you have something that's like really tall or anything like that. So let's come in here. I already have this in here, but I'm going to come in here and I'm going to archive this since this was last season right here. And now I didn't lose all of that. I can still come back in and see what I did last season up here on the archive. I can see everything that I've grown in this bed, which is awesome. And the dates that I had it in there too, which is really great for me because I like to keep track of what I've planted in the past there before and rotate if possible between beds and all of that, just to decrease risk of any sort of diseases or pests or anything like that. And then Dale, I have not been able to watch the chat at all since I'm on the other screen. Have we gotten any questions?
Let me look through one moment. Do you want to cover how we handle situations like this, where there's a plant that takes up more than a square foot?
Yes. So, what I've done in the past, okay, so here's a good one because I do love to grow megaton cabbage and it grows very large. So, whenever I come in here and plant it, cabbage. So, I have it right here. And whenever you go in to tap it, you can tap as many places as you want to right here, as many times as you want to. But I'm going to do four because usually for the megaton, it gets huge. And this is exactly how I handled it last season. I did this. And whenever you come in and tap it, it treats it as one plant right there. So you can kind of see that there's one plant and it's all linked together. So if you tap into here and you add an event, it's going to log it for that cabbage, which is it's treating it just as one right there. So I've done that. I mean, pretty much for cabbage. Occasionally, if there's like a large tomato or something like that, but for the most part, everything pretty much just takes up one square. But yeah, cabbage I can think of is definitely one that I did this for. And then, yes, I definitely do rotate our garden around as much as possible too. Cause like I showed you, I can see everything that I've grown in this garden bed in the past. And I can do that for each one of my beds. So I can come in here and see, oh, what did I grow in bed 2 last year? Oh yes, I actually do remember this garden bed because I grew this one got a lot of pest damage. I remember that. And it was funny because this one got a lot of pest damage and the Red Express and like these really pretty colorful ones did really good. And I was like, I made a mental note of that whenever I did it. But um yeah, so I can come back in here and I can look at what plants were in here before. So that way it'll help me plan out what I'm going to be doing in my next garden. And then typically, whenever I have something like this, so in my garden bed 5, I have a trellis that is along this back end right here. So whenever I'm planting things that have a trellis attached to it, I always try to think about what I'm going to grow against that first. And in the springtime, I mean, pretty much it's always peas. I get really excited with the peas and I grow a whole bunch of peas. So, yeah, as you can see, there's peas right there that I had added. Pretty much I come in here and I plant peas all along this trellis right here. And then one thing I want to point out, um, if you come in here when you're planning something and you accidentally put in something like garlic next to your peas and you're like, uh-oh, you can see those red X's that pop up. And that means it is probably not the best companion to be putting together. So I'll be like, oops, maybe I will put it over here instead, you know. But it'll just kind of help to guide you on your way whenever you are going through and planning out your garden to see those good and bad companions. And now, one thing I want to point out too is back here on the growing guides, whenever you tap into any of them, you can just look at like all of the companions too. Like if you want to just look and see, hey, I'm going to be growing this. What should I put next to it? And you can look through, or maybe you want to look at the enemies. What should I avoid putting next to it? It just kind of helps to give you an idea of what things to put together because a lot of things have really great benefits whenever you put certain plants together. They benefit each other in, I mean, all sorts of different ways. So many plants are friends. And so many plants are enemies on that same note too. So there's just some things that you want to keep together, some things you want to keep apart. And keeping that in mind while you're planning out your garden is really important. So these growing guides here in the companion section will be your best friend whenever you are planning out.
We got a question here, following up on the question from earlier. If you want to show how, like, with tomatoes, how we would handle a situation. Now, normally we don't actually have empty space around a tomato like that, we're going to put at least basil or something up next to it to help with companion planting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So usually like if I plant a bush tomato, like say right there, I'm gonna be putting like basil, like literally basil, like almost right up on top of it in a lot of places. And then probably some marigolds too, because I love growing marigolds, and plus they are an amazing companion for them as well. So like I'm always surrounding my tomatoes as much as possible. I hardly leave like any blank space at all whenever I'm out there in the garden, just because I feel like I don't want to have any wasted space. And plus, I always love to grow extra flowers, extra herbs, things like that, and squeeze it all in wherever I can. So a lot of the times, like if they are friends, especially like these ones are, they're going to do nothing but benefit each other, and they're going to do really well together.
And one caveat on that is we're following the square foot gardening method. So we have our soil like really, really good in that raised bed area. So if you're just growing like in the ground or something like that, you may not be able to grow as intensely as together as we do in the raised beds. But I highly recommend the square foot gardening book. It has a ton of good information. It's what got us started 10 years ago. So a lot of the ways we grow are still based off of that, but tailored to fit the weather of Oklahoma. So um, but yeah, that's typically what we're doing with tomatoes. There's another feature that Donna called out here, the split feature. Do you want to show this in case people don't know about
Yes. Hey, actually, I will because in here I've actually already been doing this. As you can see, because I've been transplanting some of these lettuce seeds out. So this is actually one of my biodomes that I have up here, and we took a couple of our lettuce seedlings out and transplanted them in the green stalk the other night, and so I took them out. But as of right now, you can see when I tap this, all of these are highlighted right here. Um, I do that whenever I'm first starting seeds because it makes it so much easier to log events, like say you watered or you fertilized or they all sprouted or something like that. It just makes it go a whole lot easier. But when you want to go about transplanting these out into the garden, you want to do what's called splitting them. So you do, if you guys all saw what I did here, I tapped on more, and then I did this split plant into multiple. And then it's going to ask you, do you want to copy the plant's notes, events, and photos, like everything that you've saved for it? Do you want that on each of your plants? Usually you'll want to say yes, because I want to keep all of that. So now, whenever you come in, you'll notice you can click on each individual one. So if I want to take this lettuce and move it to another garden, because I'm going to be transplanting it out of this biodome, and I'm going to be moving it. I mean, here, I can move it anywhere. I'll move it to this arch bed where I have here, and you can tap it wherever you are going to be putting it. So it's super helpful whenever you are transplanting out things and first starting out. And now you see I have like a little empty spot there. So we have, I don't know if you guys can hear what's going on, but we have a smoke alarm that has been driving me crazy, but I've changed the batteries on it and now it's starting to beep again. Um, Dale, do
it.
you want me to handle that or do you want to grab it?
It goes off, I'll go get it. But I think he's just going to keep terrorizing you randomly
I
until
know. It's like it's doing that whole chirp, 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 and then stop for 30 seconds and then chirp, chirp,
well, hit
chirp.
2 a.m. several times now. It's just like whack a mole. So, yeah. It's always something with our live streams. It's,
I know. Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I've told this story before, but this is the best thing ever that's happened before during a live stream. Is literally a bird flew into the room we were live streaming. Like, because we had I don't know, like, I think we had the back door open or something like that because it was like a really nice night. And we were like, let's let some fresh air in. And, and a bird just flew in. And we were like, it was chaos. It was chaos. You never know what's going to happen when you go live. Anyways.
I think you answered Danny's question here already.
um,
I showed her, but maybe
moving
there's
a
some.
plant that was archived. Okay, so if I did have like an archived plant in here, I tap archive, I can go in here and like if I accidentally archived it or something, I can come in here and unarchive it and move it back to the garden. So now it's going to be back here in my list view because I haven't put it back on my grid yet. So it's right here on list view, as you can see right there. So, and then if I wanted to move it again, I can move it to a different garden. I can tap that right there and then select which garden I want to put it in.
You want to show? So I'll go figure that out. Do you want to show this though, and I'll go figure out what's up with the smoke alarm?
Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah. So Cami was asking, I haven't looked yet, but there different options for garden shapes, like putting in flower gardens too. Um, as of right now, we just have the square or rectangle, but like how I do it because I grow a lot in these. Here, let me show a picture. Um, like right here, I grow a lot in these round raised bed smart pots. I love them. I'm a huge fan. So, but I actually do have a spot in here where it's probably the one in this hallway up here. Right here. So I had this purple smart pot big bag bed. So as you can see, I just did not that one, the one upstairs. Sorry. um the so I have this one right here, which is a round raised bed. It's 100-gallon smart pot, which is awesome. And I do like a 4x4 here is how I handle it. And so it takes up like most all the circles. So the things that are like in the corner, I mean, I have this like almost like a fraction of it, you know what I mean? But yeah, it works. It works really good for me, but we will be editing that at some point and making it a little bit easier to do too. So exactly. Yes. It is my favorite. I always have to do that. Okay, let's see. How do you show transitions to new seasons plants? Like if the plant is still producing but almost done and you plant seeds for summer or fall. Um, so how I usually handle this is I mean, if I have this right here, say if I did like a zucchini, which I actually did. I'm just pulling from all of my experience that I did last year. So this megaton right here, I was going to be harvesting it real soon, but I planted a zucchini seed, like a couple zucchini seeds right here. So I just came in here and like took one of these off and popped in some zucchini and poof. But if you only have like one and and you're going to be planting seeds and you know what's coming out, I'm probably just going to come in here and archive it. Because if that plant is pretty much done with, I'm probably just going to come in here and archive it. But that being said, you can still come in here and make notes on your archived plants. I can come in here and say, like, log event, like what I'm doing with it and things like that. So just because they're archived doesn't mean that they're gone. You can still be making notes, you can still add pictures, you can still add events and all of that. It just takes it off of your visual garden layout. So that's a good thing to do, like if your plant is, you know, if you're about to harvest it all or if it's about to die because it's getting too hot or too cold, and you're going to be pulling it soon and you're planting something else, like that's what I would just go ahead and do, is just to go through and archive it. Let's see. Oh, okay. Donna was saying, can you show the background color feature? I use it to show different varieties of the same plant. Yes, I absolutely love doing this too. So back in here, let's go somewhere where so this is my biodome that I have going right here, which is my petunias. And you can kind of see that I put a different color background on one of these because each one of these rows is actually a different variety. And just like what Donna was saying, if you add a different color background, it helps you distinguish between them. And so I can come in here and whenever I tap in on it, I can tap this more and I can change my background color to whatever color I want. So if it's going to be like red petunias, I might be like, ooh, I'm going to put red as the background and have it be that. So I know that each one of these is a different one. One other thing you can also do, which is really helpful, is you can come into here and do more, and you can change the plant icon actually too. So you can actually add one of your photos, or if you have the variety entered from one from Park Seed, it'll automatically pull in a couple of those photos too. So I can change it actually to that variety picture too. So that's a really easy way to see like what's going on where and all of that, and like which ones you're doing. um, yeah, I absolutely love doing that. So thank you, Donna, for pulling that. Yes, exactly what Carol was saying. Yeah, I round raised beds. I just leave the corner slots open in the garden grid to make it look round. That's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, me, I typically am planting smaller things on the corners anyways. So I just kind of know in my head, I'm like, yeah, I just have something small there and it's not taking up that entire place. Thank you, Dale, for fixing the smoke alarm issue.
I'm back.
You are back. I was just showing changing plant icons and the background colors and all of that to make it easier too whenever you're going through and planning different varieties. Um, yes. Okay. So I've shown how to see bad companions and good companions. What else do you guys have questions about?
Have you so tap on a plant in the grid here?
Mhm.
Have you shown everything from this view here, like all the quick options for doing things without having to go in?
I have not. So I mean, yes, that's a good point. So if I'm in here planning and I'm like, oh, I actually don't want it there, I want it over here, you can just tap this adjust button and you can be like, I'm going to plant it there instead. And if you just tap on where it was, it'll take it away from there. If you tap somewhere new, it'll add it there. So I can even be like, I'm going to plant seeds there and there. And poof, there you go. And then the other one here is notes and photos. So once you have your plant in there, you might want to like say if you have like pest damage, or if you want to take a picture of a harvest, or take a picture just of its growth or something like that and save it. You can add new notes. And up here, if once you have notes, it'll show up here. Here, let me go into one of my. Let's see who has notes. Trying to think. I think in here I have notes going on these. I don't know where I have notes going. I have so many. But once you have notes in there, it'll show up. And then log event, you can come in here and say whenever it sprouted, whenever it watered, fertilized, pests, rainfall, harvested, like so many different things you can do. And all of those will show up too. If you tap on this name right here again, it'll show everything down here too. So you can see at one glance these events that you've done, and then also the photos and notes and all of that too. And then because we planted it today, it's going to show whenever we can estimate that the seed would sprout and when we would expect it to harvest. So those are two really important dates too that I love to see. And then I showed you this more quite a bit, but this is where you would move plants to other gardens, split it into multiple, change that plant background color, the icon, all of that. Oh, you can also duplicate a plant too. So if I am growing, one of these, and I'm like, oh, I want to grow another one. I forgot to do that. I can just duplicate it, save another one. Poof, we have another one growing right in here. Let's see. I'm trying to see if we have any other questions. Yeah, Sierra, I'm with you. It says I usually just use the app to track what I want to plant and when. So hopefully that you will learn a few things today about planning and companions and all of that.
Got a question from Carol. I think we both clicked on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So Carol was asking what size planter do I need for my kitchen mini cucumber? So this is my kitchen mini cucumber I'm growing, and I have it in a 1 gallon smart pot. I think this will be good. I will let you know for sure because this is my first time growing it too. But yeah, so this is my. I think that that'll be good. I'm also going to try growing it in like a hanging basket too, because Smart Pots has those no cocoa liners that I absolutely love. So I'm going to be doing that. Yes. Oh, thank you, Donna, for calling that out. She says this year I'm going to be doing more Growbot questions and adding them to specific plant notes with pictures. Thank you for calling that out. You see, that is something else that's really helpful too. So down here, there is Growbot, and you can add a photo if you are on premium. If you're not, like, you can come in here and describe what question you have. You get up to 3 free questions a day if you are not on premium. And whenever you come in here, let's see, I'll just ask this: what tomato varieties do well where I live? And it'll give me an answer here in Oklahoma City. And then once I have this right here, if it is something that's related to one of my plants, say I took a picture of a pest or a plant issue that I had on a certain plant, I can save it to that plant by tapping this icon right down here. And I can save it to either my garden bed as a whole, or I can do a garden plant note, and I can select which plant I want to save it to. So I can be like, yes, this applies to my cabbage plant right here, and I'm going to save it there. So there we go. So now when I come in here I should see, yep, right there. There's that note I was telling you about. You have one note for this plant. View all notes. So there you go. Yeah, that's super helpful, especially if you have like some sort of disease issue or pest issue or something like that. You can come back and be like, okay, now what did Growbot suggest to do? What am I doing here? And yeah. Okay. So, I mean, really, you can't go wrong with planting your garden. The best thing that I do that I recommend doing is going in and looking at those companions right there and trying to find what plants are love each other. Um, and that's probably the biggest advice that I can give you whenever you are planning. Um, so over in that garden that we were planting on peas, if I come down here and look at companions, I can see all of these right here. So many companions for peas. So I can come in here and do like any of those next to where I was planting. And enemies will want to avoid, of course, garlic that we were trying to plant next to it earlier. But yeah, I mean, that's really the best advice that I can give is going through and looking at these companion sections. So if you want to plant, if you want to grow things like peas, come look at what grows really nice, really good next to it, and then plan that out. And yeah, it'll be exciting. There really is no like right or wrong way. Like you have to plant this with this all the time, and it's all about growing what you want to grow and what you want to eat or what you want to look at. And yeah, I mean, doing whatever you want. It's exciting time, right?
If you're looking for inspiration too, you want to show the garden theme section over on the dashboard.
Yeah.
So we've set up a number of garden themes in here. So if you're looking for inspiration on what to grow or different ideas, then these are different collections of things we've put together. We've handpicked different varieties, and then also the garden for health or the growing for health feature as well. This is another good way to target things that you want to grow. So when we first started, a lot of it was to help with anxiety and depression. So we filtered by mental health and started with a lot of the things that were in this list, like spinach and kale and basils and things like that. So yeah, it's another way to kind of start to plan out what you want to grow. And then we did a whole live stream a week or two ago about planning out like what all we're going to be planting out and planning for the cool season. So go watch that one for more details on like specifically what all plants and how to grow them and all that kind of stuff. But today really we wanted to focus on how we use the app to manage all of this and to plan out the garden and log it, and especially for seed starting, it has completely changed things for
Oh
us
my
because
gosh.
seed starting was such a pain when we had to make all these tiny labels for everything. And um, now that we're using the app to keep track of all of our seed starting with like the biodome and stuff, it's been awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you can imagine how long it took me to write out 60 of these. And not to mention, too, I feel like whenever we were writing out these labels and putting them in for seed starting, especially, there were some seedlings that were getting shaded out because we had these labels in there. And then we were trying to experiment with, well, what other ways can we do labels with this so we're not like shading out our seedlings. And yeah, but this is it has changed my life for sure, because now I can just pull this up. I'm like, okay, that's what this is right here. It's just, it's so great. And if you don't do the biodome, it's fine too, because there's an option. um Here we go. There's also options for just the basic seed tray right here too, and you can make it whatever size here you want to. You can do a 36, 48, 72, or you can do a custom size tray. So we do a lot of like bootstrap trays too. So a lot of these, I mean, this is super helpful for us too. And oh man, I can't tell you how much better this is, and not having to write so many labels and then having labels wash away on me. And yeah, and fade away, so I have no idea what's actually there. Yeah.
I haven't seen this feature in a while, and I'm remembering how many hours we spent trying to get the soil to look like real soil. And
Oh yes. I remember that.
that
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Let's see. Dale, you want to try to find the 1 gallon smart pots
yeah,
and a
I'm
link for that? But yes. Oh, good. I'm so glad the new plants have been helpful. Yeah. So whenever you guys email me with requests for plants, or if you guys tell me here now in the chat, I always write them down and I have lists. So yes, if there are plants out there that are not in the app that you want to see added, let me know. But for the time being, too, if you are in here and we don't have a plant added, all you need to do is just add custom plant right here. And you can either scan a seed packet if it's a seed packet that you have, or you can enter manually too. So you can put as much or as little information as you want to in here. If you put these like down here, how many weeks that you need to start it before frost and after frost, it'll automatically calculate out your dates for you too, just like everything else in the growing guides. So that's super helpful too, that I love. Um, yeah.
I got a link, but now I can't find it. We have a lot of cards.
There you go. Oh, that's
Even
a planter.
Yeah, that's all I was able to find. But these ones are nice because they're
I
dual
do
purpose.
love these.
So we have these ones we use both for just growing inside, but these are also great for transplanting tomatoes. So some of these tomatoes will be tomatoes that start inside in transplanters and then make their way outside once it gets warm enough. And these transplanters make it really easy to do that. So, and then
True.
before we go to, I want to remind everyone also the Biodome sale that we've got today. So I've got a QR code here, but it's $30 off for the double Biodome. This is an awesome deal. So I don't want you guys to miss out on this one. This is the lowest price I've seen yet. So it's a really good deal.
I'm pulling in the 1 gallon here real quick.
Did you
It's
find it?
low. Yeah. Um, Maybe. Again, yeah, we have so many things in here. Where did it add it to? Oh my goodness.
So the video section is just pulling from our YouTube channel. So if you just go to our YouTube channel, then you'll be able to see all the same videos there. That's all we're doing in the app is just pulling them in through the YouTube API. And we only get a certain number of API requests. Let me translate that. There's only a certain number of times we can ask Google to give us a list of YouTube videos before they don't do it anymore. So we've had to make it to where we can only have like a certain number, and I don't want to get too technical, but yeah.
Okay, we got a question. Do you guys plant tomatoes when the app tells you, or do you start it in January? Honestly, I follow everything the app tells me to do. I mean, that is why we made it, was really to help me out for the most part, so I don't have to do math. So let's see, whenever it tells me to grow tomatoes, it'll be pretty soon. Yep. Coming up soon. So February 17th. So I'll be doing some tomatoes then, very, very soon. So yeah, I definitely am always looking at that.
We've tried in the past starting them in January, and it became a pain in the butt by April because we had these giant tomato plants that we're trying to keep indoors, and they're just kind of going everywhere and they're getting damaged. And that we learned our lesson that year on starting
Yeah.
tomatoes. So
Yeah, I always stick to the dates that the app tells me. I mean, because I get excited and I want to start things early. I know the feeling, but the app has the dates there for a reason. So I have to tell myself that too. So I feel it. I feel it. Oh, yes. Thank you for calling that out. The calendar view helps too. Absolutely. Um, right down here, you can see this planting calendar, which is super helpful to see. You can see, like, at a glance, like, ooh, what should I be planting here soon? But you also have them listed out right here too.
there's a
So,
larger view calendar. If you click on the link at the bottom of it for search and filter calendars, that should take you into this view where you can see like a larger view of it. You can filter it down to like just cool season or however you want to do that.
ooh, and then also like a plant now. I like that. Yeah. Or if I want to do plant now and cool season and ooh, maybe tolerate some shade. Yeah, these are super helpful too. And you can, yeah, very cool. CJ was asking for smart pots. Do you put gravel at the bottom for drainage? Nope. I just use all potting mix in all of mine, so I don't have to do. I mean, they have amazing drainage, and they always work fantastic for me. So
Yeah, we've never had issues with that at all. And the nice thing about having soil all the way to the bottom of them is you're going to start to see all these tiny kind of roots going from the smart pot down into the soil, and it makes it even better. So much so that if you move a smart pot that's like super established in an area, you've got to account for that and give it extra water because it's kind of used to having all those extra roots it's pulling in, especially in the summer.
okay, well, I'm going through and pulling a winner real quick here. Yes, I feel you. I know I saw that deal and I was like, "Oh man, that's so good." If I didn't already have so many, I I would be getting way more. Okay. So, drum roll everybody. We have a winner here. Congratulations to Sierra Leanne 7422. Congratulations. You've won a free premium Seed to Spoon app subscription. Yay. So send us an email at info at seedtospoon.net and we will get you all hooked up. I'm excited for you.
Congratulations.
Yay. Okay, so I saw another question come in. I'm not sure, Shelly, if you're asking about the tomatoes or not. I'm not sure. Um, but it will show whenever you are in here. in the app, you can look at these planting dates and it'll tell you like indoors when you should start them and outdoors when you can put them out. So usually, I mean, for things like tomatoes, it's going to be after your last frost. So this is my last frost, estimated last frost date for here in Oklahoma City. So you can look and find all of that information within the app too. Awesome. Well, great.
And if
Well,
you'll have any
thank you all.
after, just leave them in the YouTube channel or on the Facebook video after it's posted out there, and Gary will see it. I gotta
Yeah.
buy the hands a lot. That's all she's doing. A lot is answering y'all's questions and talking to y'all. I
Well, I
promise.
just like I do. I sit here and I chat with you guys. I feel like all the time. So it's great.
Pretty awesome job.
It is. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys coming and joining us here on a Thursday. And but typically, like Dale said, we do these every Tuesday at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. Occasionally we have some Thursday sessions. So yeah. But we
And
will
just
see you here next Thursday or next Tuesday. Oh my goodness, I can't talk.
if there's any topics you want us to cover, just let us know in the comments. We let you guys guide it for the most part. So just let us know.
Awesome. Well, thanks everybody. It was great to see you. I'll
Thanks,
see you next
everyone.
week.
Bye.
Bye.